So so very friendfully and neutrally and free spiritedly, I say what I say, mind you, I do it in a different fashion. And that fashion is just me detecting a certain type of logic within a certain type of field. And that certain type of field could be respectively anything, as the new technical innovation saying goes. It could be anything, that obviously that has always been a thing, in like the natural living spaces, like the possibility without identifying a possibility as a possibility, but just instinctively knowing what a possibility is. And the possibility is what is our intellect actually like helping to build. And the like particularly though, hyper particularly or whatever, and the intellect that's aside from like any emotional, like, societal character conditioned, like, conditionings, aside from that, biased, possibility, or aside from that biased notion that, it could just be in one for whatever reason, what the intelligence has the thing to actually work with is what it's helping create and form on a different level, on a natural level, within us not necessarily detecting it with a particular level of intelligence, such as, for example, like cybersecurity. No matter what, you know, no matter what advancement it was at in the past, it's not what it was as it is now from when it was in the past. And from when it will be in the future, it's not what it will be as of now. So since as of now is a different flavor and a different, like, kind of like, quote unquote, like esoteric fluid textbook, end quote, something of that nature, it's going to be a whole different spin-off in the future. So, but like the whole like wave mechanics in just a different setting, and a different, just in just talking about an energy sense, not necessarily attributing it to any type of, system of, whatever body of knowledges that there are, just saying it generally, is how something comes from the present to the future. It's influenced by different, like, niche factors, and those niche factors are like a certain level of intelligence is putting its focus on how it could contribute, on how it's reshaping it in itself, for example. And here's another sub example, like, so just me looking at everything being in its own evolution, aside from anybody saying like, oh, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. You're not necessarily comprehending what's trying to be profoundulated or profundulated, meaning what's trying to be revealed, as a certain level of intelligence didn't detect something as a different niche possibility of how, like, by having a different level of like communication, of just like, kind of like, highlighting and voicing the finds in a neutral way, mind my human and mind all the humans, is how things grow, is based on what we're ultimately like recognizing, and how something could just be like kind of like corrected, like cybersecurity, like the evolution of cybersecurity for one bit. It's like how that could happen is like me recognizing one casual point, and what could that casual point be on this topic, and that casual point could be, having a more readily available, ooh, I don't know, the window screen popped up, so I think it stopped recording, but like, so I might have to just do this whole